Hi there, Silverado owners. Today in your 2019 Chevrolet Silverado, we're going to be taking a look at showing you how to install Westin's Thrasher running boards. If you're looking to give your truck a rugged, heavy-duty look, the Thrasher series is a great option to go with. It gives you a very large step plate, so if you are a larger person, kind of like I am, with larger feet, this gives you plenty of room to step up here where you don't feel uncomfortable. I also really like the slotted openings, which provide traction by digging into your shoes. I actually prefer this over your grip tape or your rubber surfaces because those can wear down over time, whereas something like this with a rough edge is just never going to wear down. This is going to grip for a long time to come. So you can see here as I go to step in, my size 13 shoe has plenty of surface area for me to step on, and it also feels very sturdy when getting in. Some of the tube steps, while they provide plenty of support, they kind of have a little bit of give to them, not so much with these steps. I also noticed that when I was installing these, compared to the tube steps, lifting these up, they are significantly heavier and just feel a whole lot stronger. Now, if the installation part is something you're concerned about, it is extremely easy to install, but you may want an extra set of hands just to help you lift this bad boy up. I also like that the slots allows moisture and dirt to pass through it, so as you're getting in, rather than that building up here on top, a lot of the dirt is just going to fall down through the cracks and stay out of your vehicle. And I really like the matte black powder coat finish because it really blends in with the matte black finish that's on some of the plastic trims around your Silverado. It just makes it look like it was supposed to be there right from the factory, but it looks more aggressive than anything that comes from the factory. Now that we've gone over some of the features, let's go over the installation together so you can have the confidence to do it at home. We'll begin our installation underneath the vehicle on the driver's side by removing some push pins along the frame that will expose factory weld nuts underneath. There are 3 locations where we're going to be removing these push pins. The furthest front, we're going to take out the small push pins here and here, so we don't need the big ones, just the little ones. So to get these out, you're just going to use your screwdriver or trim panel tool and just pry it out of there. Now, if you are using a screwdriver, then I recommend using a pair of side cutters after you use the screwdriver to get it out a little bit. And you don't want to cut it. We're just going to lightly grip it and then just twist and it'll come out really easily. We're going to repeat that for the one located on the side here. And then from there, if we work our way towards the rear of the vehicle, we're going to take out the next set. Then if we go down further, we're going to have another set. We're going to skip this set and then move on to the last set and take out the last set. We'll now take the M8 hardware that comes in our kit. We're going to place on a lock washer and a flat washer. We'll need a total of 6 of these for the driver's side over here. We can then take our brackets and we're going to hold them up. The slot here on the side that is solid will go to the side, and the one here that's got a slot in it that allows the bolt to pass through is going to be on the bottom. So just hold those up, line them up with the weld nuts in your frame, and then use the hardware that we prepared to secure it to the frame. We want to go ahead and leave them loose at this time, so I'm just going to run it down about hand tight, and that'll be fine. That'll keep it in place. The bottom one here, we just need to get that one started as well. We don't need to really get it that tight. And then we're going to repeat that for the remaining holes that we went back. So there should be 2 more on the driver's side here. Now that we've got each of our brackets installed, we can install the covers onto each of the brackets. We want to make sure that the Westin label is facing out and is facing up so you can properly read it. And then we'll just take our cover here, we're going to bring it around, kind of rotate it to slide it in place. It'll go in between the slots here in the back. And then we're going to use the smaller M6 hardware now to secure these. We're also just going to loosely secure these. You'll need a total of 6 of these for the driver's side. And each one's going to have a flat washer on it. We'll then slide it through the bracket for the top hole, and then it'll come out on the other side through our cover. And on the other side, we're just going to place a flat washer followed by a lock nut. We're then going to use the same hardware and put it through the bottom hole of our cover We can now take our step and put it into position. We want the slot here, which is the section right there, to go towards the vehicle. So we're just going to set it up on top of our brackets now. And then the easiest way really to do this is to just take it and flip it up like this while it's resting on your brackets. And then you can take the stud inserts and just go in and then give it a twist. And we're going to do that at each location. There's a total of 3 for our brackets. And then now we can just kind of twist it down, lining up the studs with the holes in our brackets. We can then place flat washers, lock washers, and nuts on each of the studs that are poking down through our brackets. We can then go back and tighten down all of our hardware. We're going to start by tightening down the brackets using a 13mm socket. Once you've tightened down all the brackets, we'll move on to the running board nuts, and then finally we'll tighten down our covers. You also want to pick the position you want your running board to be in at this time, because you can slide it back and forth on our hardware here, and you can choose how far forward or how far backward you want. That's really up to you. I just recommend that when you do your other side, you set them up to be even. We're going to be putting ours in the full forward position. And then we can go back and tighten up our covers for our mounting brackets. And again, these are also adjustable. Since these use lock nuts, it does take a minute to run them down. And you are going to have to probably use a couple of wrenches, maybe a small socket to get in there due to the way the covers wrap around the hardware. So that way it is making contact with both the vehicle and the running board. That way it'll just take up any gap and hide our bracket as best as possible. We'll then repeat that for the 2 remaining covers. And that completes our installation of Westin's Thrasher running boards on our 2019 Chevrolet Silverado.